Most people shopping for a great loop boat immediately start looking at trawlers. And that makes sense. Trawlers have dominated the loop community for decades, and for good reason. But there's another type of boat quietly earning a reputation among experienced loopers that often gets overlooked in the early stages of research. They're easier to dock than most boats their size. Surprisingly fuel efficient, comfortable enough to live aboard for months. And several of them have developed some of the most loyal owner communities anywhere in the Great Loop world. Here's something that surprised me. Several experienced loopers who started in larger trawlers eventually downsized to tugboats. Not because they had to, but because they realized they actually enjoyed the journey more. Less time managing the boat meant more time experiencing the trip. Today we're looking at 5 tug-style boats that consistently stand out, and by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why experienced cruisers keep recommending them. Before we get into the countdown, it's worth taking a moment to explain what actually separates a tugboat-style cruiser from a traditional trawlers, because the difference matters more than most first-time buyers realize. Traditional trawlers are typically built around a full or semi-displacement hull designed for steady, economical passage-making at 7 to 10 knots. They're excellent boats. But tug-style cruisers take that same philosophy and apply it to a more compact, more maneuverable package, often with better visibility from the helm, more modern systems, and a hull shape that handles current and chop with an impressive amount of confidence for their size. For retired couples who want to manage the loop themselves, without a crew, without complicated systems, and without the anxiety that sometimes comes with docking a 45-foot vessel in a crosswind, tugboats have become an increasingly compelling answer. Here's what surprised me when I started looking at this more closely. Some of these boats are genuinely capable of completing the entire Great Loop while spending less on fuel than many traditional trawlers twice their size. That changes the economics of the whole conversation. Let's get into the countdown. Number 5. Rosboro RF246. The Rosboro RF246 is the kind of boat that experienced loopers know about and first-time buyers frequently overlook, which means it's worth paying close attention to. Built in Canada with the kind of rugged construction that reflects a country where the weather takes boating seriously, the RF246 is a 24.5-foot pocket tug that has earned a devoted following among cruisers who prioritize simplicity, efficiency, and the ability to go places that larger boats simply can't reach. From the outside, the Rosboro has a purposeful, no-nonsense appearance. The enclosed pilot house is the defining feature, giving you genuine all-weather protection at the helm, which matters enormously on the northern stretches of the Great Loop where the Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence can turn unpleasant without much warning. Large windows wrap the helm area and give you excellent visibility in all directions without making you feel like you're piloting from inside a box. The semi-displacement hull is what makes this boat so capable in the water. It's not trying to plane, it's not trying to go fast. It's designed to move efficiently through the water at displacement speeds with outstanding fuel economy, which is exactly what the Great Loop rewards. Inside, the layout is honest and practical rather than luxurious. A dinette that converts to sleeping space, a compact galley that handles the basics, a marine head, and storage that forces you to think carefully about what actually needs to come aboard. Making breakfast in the Rosboro's galley feels like making a sandwich in a well-organized closet, which is either charming or frustrating, depending entirely on your expectations. Here's what most people don't realize until they talk to actual Rosboro owners. The boat's shallow draft opens up anchorages and passages that deeper boats can't access, and the trailerability means you can move the boat without ever putting it in the water if you need to reposition for a different launch point. The biggest downside is straightforward. This is a minimalist boat for minimalist cruisers. If your vision of the Great Loop involves hosting friends aboard, spreading out comfortably in the evenings, or having meaningful storage for a full year of provisions and gear, the Rosboro will test your patience. But for couples who genuinely want to keep things simple and spend less on ownership than almost any other capable boat on this list, it earns its place. If you like the simplicity of the Rosboro but want something with more living space and considerably more modern technology, the next boat takes a meaningful step forward. Number 4. Ranger Tug R27. If you've spent any time researching compact Great Loop boats, you've almost certainly come across the Ranger Tug R27. There's a good reason it keeps showing up in recommendation lists. 27 feet of modern tug styling built around a Volvo diesel that delivers the combination of reliability and fuel efficiency that a 6,000-mile journey genuinely demands. The modern tug aesthetic isn't just cosmetic. The hull design, the proportions, and the layout all reflect a builder that understood exactly who was buying these boats and what they needed them to do. Bow and stern thrusters change the docking experience in a way that's difficult to overstate. Imagine arriving at an unfamiliar marina after a long day on the water, crosswind pushing from the starboard side, other boats nearby. On most boats, that scenario requires real skill and, ideally, a partner who knows exactly what to do with a dock line. On the R27, you press a button, the boat moves precisely where you need it, and what might otherwise have been a stressful situation becomes routine. For couples still building their boat handling confidence, that confidence shift is worth a great deal. The helm area is surrounded by huge windows that give you outstanding visibility in all conditions, and the salon behind it is bright and genuinely comfortable for two people spending extended time aboard. The V-berth forward works well for rest after a long day underway, and the mid-cabin berth gives you a second sleeping option when family or friends join for a stretch of the journey. The galley is well designed for its footprint. Making dinner on the R27 feels like cooking in a small but properly organized apartment kitchen rather than trying to work around a boat that wasn't really designed for full-time cooking. Storage is clever throughout, with spaces in places you wouldn't necessarily think to look until you've lived aboard for a week and realized how well thought out the whole thing is. Here's where many buyers make a mistake with this boat. They come from looking at larger trawlers, they step aboard the R27, and they assume the smaller footprint means they'll be giving something up. Most couples who actually do the loop on one say the opposite. The handling confidence, the fuel savings, and the ease of ownership more than compensate for the size difference. The honest downside is that 27 feet is not a 40-foot trawler, and couples who need more room to feel genuinely comfortable during a year-long journey will notice that. If you're enjoying this video, take a second to like the video, subscribe to Boat Hunter, and turn on notifications. Every day we feature great loop boats, affordable cruisers, retirement boating, and honest buying advice. Number 3. Nordic Tug 32. Here's what separates the Nordic Tug 32 from most other boats in this size range. It doesn't just have a good reputation. It has a decades-long reputation that has survived every market cycle and every new competitor that's entered this category. That kind of longevity means something. The classic tug styling is immediately recognizable, and unlike a lot of designs that copy the tug aesthetic without understanding it, the Nordic Tug's proportions are genuinely right. The boat looks like it belongs in the water because it was designed by people who understood exactly what they were building and why. The semi-displacement hull delivers ride quality that consistently surprises owners who arrive from other boat categories. In chop, in current, in the kind of conditions that make a flat-bottomed boat uncomfortable and a planing hull inefficient, the Nordic Tug 32 moves through the water with a solidity that builds real confidence on passage. Power is typically a Cummins diesel, an engine with a parts availability and service network that matters when you're somewhere along the Tennessee River or the Gulf Coast and need attention quickly. The engine room is well laid out for maintenance, which is a detail that becomes significantly more important after you've owned a boat that wasn't. The owner community is one of the Nordic Tug's greatest assets. These owners are active, knowledgeable, and genuinely willing to help new members of the community, which translates into real value for anyone completing the loop for the first time and encountering situations they haven't navigated before. Resale value holds up consistently well, which tells you something about how the market perceives these boats after decades of owners putting miles on them. The honest downside is price. Nordic Tugs command a premium over comparable boats at this length, and that premium shows up in both the purchase price and in the parts and service costs over time. For buyers working with a tight budget, that gap matters. Number 2. American Tug 34. Most people think of American Tug and immediately associate the name with quality, What they sometimes don't appreciate until they actually spend time aboard one is how that quality translates into the real-world ownership experience. The American Tug 34 is built with a heaviness and solidity that you feel the moment you step aboard. Not heaviness in the sense of being cumbersome, but heaviness in the sense of a boat that was built to last rather than built to sell. The construction is substantial, the hardware is properly sized, and the engineering reflects someone who is thinking about what the boat would need to handle rather than what it would need to look like at a boat show. Visibility from the helm is exceptional. The pilot house positioning and window arrangement give you a clear view in all directions, which builds genuine confidence in traffic, in locks, and in the kind of visibility-limited conditions that inland waterway cruising occasionally produces. Inside, the salon is genuinely comfortable, with the kind of warm, well-finished interior that makes spending time aboard feel like a choice rather than a necessity. The owner's cabin is properly sized for two people to actually rest in rather than just sleep, and the galley has enough counter space and equipment to handle real meal preparation without creative compromise. The engine room deserves specific mention because it's laid out with maintenance in mind. Access is good, components are logically positioned, and working in there doesn't require the kind of contortion that older boat designs sometimes demand. For owners who plan to stay on top of their own maintenance over the course of a long voyage, that accessibility matters considerably. Long-distance capability is where the American Tug 34 genuinely excels. This is a boat designed around the idea that you'll actually be going somewhere and staying there for a while, and the fuel capacity, water capacity, and holding tank sizing reflect that philosophy. The honest downside is cost, both purchase price and ongoing ownership. American tugs are not inexpensive boats, and buyers who stretch their budget to get into one sometimes find themselves with less margin for the voyage itself than they'd like. So which tug consistently sits at the top of great loop recommendation lists when experienced loopers are asked directly? Number 1. Ranger Tug R31CB. The Ranger Tug R31CB is the boat that keeps showing up at the top of compact Great Loop recommendations, and the more you understand about it, the more the consensus makes sense. 31 feet of modern tug design, built around a Volvo diesel with the same reliability that made the R27 so well regarded, but with more interior volume, more storage, and more capability for extended cruising. Bow and stern thrusters give you precise control in the situations that matter most, and the modern systems throughout the boat reflect a builder that has paid close attention to what loop cruisers have consistently asked for over the years. The fuel economy is genuinely impressive for a boat this capable. At cruising speed, the R31CB delivers the kind of efficiency that makes a 6,000-mile journey financially manageable rather than financially stressful. And the option for solar panels adds real energy independence at anchor, which changes how you think about overnight stops and remote anchorages. Here's the interesting part about the interior. The R31CB manages to feel considerably larger than its 31-foot length would suggest, because the designers understood how to use the available space rather than simply filling it. The salon is bright and genuinely comfortable. The galley is laid out for real cooking rather than just occasional meal preparation. Making breakfast before a long day on the water in this galley feels like using a properly designed small kitchen rather than working around a series of compromises. Storage is thoughtful throughout, with dedicated spaces for safety equipment, navigation tools, provisions, and the spare parts that any experienced looper knows to carry. The V-berth is comfortable for two, the head is properly laid out, and the overall liveability of the boat reflects years of feedback from owners who've actually completed the loop on similar platforms. The owner community around Ranger Tugs is one of its most consistently praised advantages, and that community is well-established, active, and organized. For a first-time looper, navigating unfamiliar territory and encountering situations they haven't handled before, having immediate access to hundreds of experienced owners who've already covered the same miles is a resource with genuine practical value. Technology throughout the boat reflects current standards rather than asking owners to upgrade immediately after purchase, and the resale value holds up well, which tells you something about how the market has consistently valued these boats over time. The honest downside is the same one that applies to the R27. 31 feet, while more comfortable than 27, is still not a 40-foot trawler, and buyers who genuinely need more space for a full year aboard should think carefully about whether the size works for their lifestyle. But here's why it earns first place. The R31CB consistently delivers the combination of comfort, efficiency, easy handling, modern technology, and community support that experienced loopers have identified as the things that actually matter on a 6,000-mile journey. Not the biggest boat, not the most impressive at the dock, the one that makes the trip genuinely enjoyable from the first day to the last. It's the kind of boat that quietly disappears beneath you, letting you focus on the places you're visiting instead of constantly worrying about the boat itself. That's exactly what most successful Great Loop boats have in common. Tugboats aren't replacing trawlers on the Great Loop. The best trawlers remain excellent boats for exactly the reasons they've always been excellent. But for retirees who want to manage the journey themselves, keep ownership costs reasonable, dock with confidence in unfamiliar marinas, and focus on the experience of the loop rather than the complexity of the vessel, tugboats have become a genuinely compelling alternative. The balance of comfort, fuel economy, easy handling, modern technology, and docking confidence that these 5 boats offer is something that's difficult to match at similar price points in other categories. Which one of these boats would you choose for the Great Loop? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. If you found this useful, hit the like button, subscribe to Boat Hunter, and turn on the notification bell. We post a new video every single day covering real boats, Great Loop guides, buying advice, and the honest side of retirement cruising. Thanks for watching Boat Hunter. Until next time, safe cruising, and we'll see you on the water.